Welcome to Metaphysiques Macronutrient Breakdown number 3. Today we're talking about carbs and carbohydrates, and I'm going to try and dispel the myth that carbs are inherently the bad guys when it comes to weight loss and fat loss. The biggest thing to consider when it comes to carbohydrates is whether or not you can tolerate them. Some people respond to carbs purely because they have a sensitivity, other people will respond badly to them because they have an intolerance. An intolerance needs to be diagnosed by your GP in the clinic, and they'll do that by a H2 breath test. So if you think you might have an intolerance, go and get tested by a GP. Don't self-diagnose and then just follow all these protocols, based around the carbohydrate intolerance, because you might just have a sensitivity, and the sensitivity can be managed and can be dealt with, and we can fix it to an extent. And the sensitivity, if you're sensitive to them, it's because you're reacting to carbs purely from an extended over-reliance on them as a fuel source, meaning you've been eating too many carbs for too long, and maybe the quality of the carbohydrate hasn't been good and isn't conducive to a positive lifestyle or a positive body image. Basically, you become inefficient at processing carbs, and as I say, it can be fixed. A simple way to improve your carb tolerance is to exclude all gluten, all wheat, and maybe dairy as well for 28 to 30 days. Dairy being another inflammatory food, but I'm going to talk about that in another video. Once this period is over, once the 28 to 30 day period is over, you're going to start to slowly reintroduce those gluten containing foods and those carb foods one at a time, starting with the ones that are lower on the inflammatory scale. So foods like oats, rye, spelt and couscous, pick one at a time. I would start with oats, then rye, then spelt, then couscous, and see how you respond to them after the 30-day period of being completely clear of all those foods beforehand. If you don't react, it's a good sign. It means you're able to tolerate those carbs again. If you're okay with all those, move on to breads and pastas, but make sure you put those at the end. So breads and pastas are going to be the last things that you reintroduce to your diet, and all this should be done over about an 18 to 24 day period. Above all, it's important to remember quality of carbohydrates. Okay, if you're sensitive to carbs, those of poor quality will most likely always give you some kind of a response, some kind of digestive discomfort. Not because they're carbohydrates, but just because they're crap quality food, and your digestive system doesn't want to have to deal with them. Especially after putting so much effort into cleaning it and making it stronger. Don't sabotage yourself by reintroducing something stupid like, let's say takeaway pizza. I'm not going to mention any brands, but just be really sensible with what you choose. Try and stick to that single ingredient diet. The paleo diet is a good one to kind of base any kind of nutritional change or dietary change that you're making, and then go from there. I hope you enjoyed the video. I've been Coach Chef. I'm going to have more videos coming up on the YouTube channel soon. If you liked the video, please leave a comment. If you didn't like the video, please leave a comment. Because I'm trying to improve these all the time, and the more feedback I get, the better I can make them. So I hope everyone's having a good day. I hope you all learned something. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below. And check out Metaphysiques on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. And I'll talk to you guys soon.